Hey guys, what's up? Sermo11 here with my review of Attack on Titan episode 17. This was a very good episode, but before I start the review, I wanted to get a few things out of the way. YouTube, I might be using an image in this video from the episode. It's going to be used simply for discussion. It's not like the episode or anything. If you watch the video, you can clearly tell that it's not the episode. So I just want to do that so I can monetize my video. And school's almost starting, so I think school starts in 2 weeks. So I just wanted to tell you guys I'm making a lot of videos now, and there won't be as many videos in the upcoming weeks, so you might as well go check out some of my videos right now or maybe later. If you're caught up on the Naruto manga, I have a discussion up. It's just like my own theory. I did a review over Little Witch Academia. I talked about the new Cartoon Network pilots. What am I talking about? I'm kind of reviewing America's Got Talent now, and there's some Naruto discussions. There's a lot of those up. Pokemon discussions. There's just tons of stuff. So just go check out the channel page. But I've wasted a minute talking about that. So anyways, on to the episode. One of the weird things I've noticed about this series is that Aaron's Titan form looks kind of like a regular Titan, except that his Titan form is kind of ripped, and a lot of the other Titans are fat and pudgy. It's funny. It's a little bit funny. And the creator is such a good writer. I'm sure there might be something important there. There might be something key there, a reasoning for all that. And there's another thing that's very key. In a previous episode, Aaron was asking how he knew how to bite his thumb or injure himself before turning into a Titan. That's very good writing, because some mangakas, they probably would have just said, oh, he can bite himself and he suddenly becomes a Titan, and then they might have just left it there instead of giving a reasoning for that. So maybe it has something to do with his father. Also, in the last episode, most of the main cast joined the Survey Corps, and they learned about the plan for a month, going to Aaron's house, going outside of the wall, and what might be out there. So today's episode of Attack on Titan, they're going through the territory that they recaptured, and then everything's going well so far. They ran into a Titan, but two guys from the Survey Corps just took the Titan out. And Aaron's talking to the old dude from Levi's squad, and I'm reading the subs on the screen. And then there's a line where, which means he just stopped talking or he bit his tongue. And I guess this is a running gag for the guy, talking while riding a horse and then biting his tongue. I was laughing out loud when he bit his tongue and the blood just starts spewing out. I guess this is the first time I found it funny. I didn't find it funny last time, but I just found it hilarious the second time. How does that happen again? And then Aaron's talking and other people are talking on a horse, but it doesn't happen to them. So after they exit the wall, they split up and go into this formation. The group has various colored flares to give messages. I think we saw a red, a green, and a black. I don't really know exactly what they do. I didn't write that down, but I know they are to notify the group of a Titan. I think there was one a Titan that might be abnormal, or what was the word they used? A B-rent? I believe that was the Titan that they called the pudgy one that the group ran into. I'm going to talk about that later, but that was one of the terms they used. And these are to notify the group, if they need to change course, if something dangerous is going on. And it's really cool because everyone has them, and they also use them in the episode when they were recapturing the territory with Aaron in his Titan form. So first of all, Sasha runs into a Titan, and everyone's kind of been hating on this character because I think she either killed a Titan earlier on, or she showed that she was a really strong character, but after almost being killed by the cute or kawaii Titan, she kind of mellowed out. She's been in fear, and I think it's very justified. Again, I'm going to say this is good writing. It's very realistic. She kind of went from a very popular character, Potato Girl, to this very fearful character that people are starting to dislike because she's always scared. And the Titan that was chasing her was on all fours, which was just weird, and his head was turning weird, and she gets help, but the Titan wasn't killed. I'm not sure if that would be key later on, but you know, it's not a human Titan, so why does it even matter? So I doubt it will come up later. And so we get introduced to these new Titans, or I got introduced to them, because I remember in previous episodes they called Aaron's Titan form an abnormal, and this type of Titan they called an aberrant. And I looked the word up, and it's basically one that strays from the right, and kind of like an abnormal Titan, I guess. It doesn't really follow what the information that they have. And so the dude with the bandana who really likes horses, he was introduced in episode, I think it was either introduced in the last episode or the episode before that. And they killed the Titan. Him and another member, I believe his name is Seuss, or Cease. And I did like how they took it down, because first of all, he cuts the Achilles heel, he cuts the tendon down there, and then the other guy just comes in and just slices his neck. But then they run into a problem, or the problem is running towards them. The female Titan. A lot of people were excited for this character. Not sure why. But for now, it's being called the female Titan. I have a theory on this, but I'll get into that later. But first of all, Cease, he goes for the neck, and right away, the Titan protects its neck and kills him. I don't even think it showed how she killed him. She must have crushed him or something, but I didn't see any blood, so I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe they had to censor it. And then the bandana dude, he's thrown straight to the ground, and you just see his body bounce up, and it's terrible. And then this was very nerve-wracking. The next scene, the Titan is heading right for Armin, and then there's this moment where the Titan's just like running, its foot is like right above Armin, and then he's thinking about what the Titans want. And I'm going to say it again, the way this series is written, something like this would probably be key later on. And the female Titan doesn't kill him. She lifts up his hood and she looks at him. And I have a theory to who this Titan is. I think this Titan is Annie. Annie didn't join the recon. Wait, no, it's a Survey Corps. Yeah, Survey Corps. Recon Corps. What? She didn't join like everyone else. And she even had a conversation with Armin before all of this. Plus the nose, the eyes, the hair. I think it really looks like Annie. I'm not really sure if her hair is long or not, but I doubt it is. Even though she has it tied up, I doubt her hair is long. I think this Titan's her. So I'm just throwing that theory out there. And then we have Rainer and Jean catching up with Armin. It's kind of weird how dumb some of the characters are. If the Colossus Titan or Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan have muscles showing all over their bodies, and the female Titan has muscles showing all over her bodies, and if we take into account that the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan are humans, then wouldn't that mean that the female Titan is a human too? Like, they seemed really shocked by this, and I don't really get that. I guess that's how you write dumb and smart characters. Huh? And Armin thinks that the female Titan is heading straight for Eren. That is kind of confirmed in the preview, but I'm not really sure where he came up with this theory. I hope that's explained, because I'm kind of confused on that. And then Jean comes up with this plan to take down the female Titan, since she could cause more trouble with the major group or whatever command, I believe is the term they used. It's a good effort, but it's a terrible idea because they are not strong. He tries to take it down, and then Titan reacts right away. And that's another reason why I think it's Annie. I remember some of the things that happened earlier in the series, like Eren. There was something with Eren and Rainer and Annie, which ended up with Eren getting like beat up or something like that. I think both of them got beat up. So we need to think about that. Just take that into account. This Titan reacts quickly, has blonde hair, has a really weird nose, and has the eyes of Annie. I think the Titan's her. and she knocks out Armin, which is weird. I was like, why didn't she hit Jean? Because Jean was like right there, but she kicks. I think she kicks Armin's horse or something, and then he just flies off, and his body just hits the ground. It's so terrible, and then there's blood coming from his head, and his body looks all mangled. But as Jean is coming towards her, she covers up her neck. Intelligence. Because if you remember when Eren was taking on the Colossal Titan, there was smoke, there was steam coming from it right when he was about to attack, and then disappeared. And then who's the other Titan? Yeah, the Armored Titan. It was running, and it knew like to destroy the gate area or whatever. So yeah. And then one more thing about the Colossal Titan. Every time it comes up, so far it's only come up in the series twice, I believe. There's lightning, and then before Eren turns into a Titan, there was lightning. So that would mean that the Titan is probably someone on the inside. That's what I'm thinking. Someone that might be on the inside. Someone who's higher up. I think the Titan it might even be Pixis. Like I just thought about that. It could be Pixis. According to Armin, the female Titan killed someone, and then Jean says Armin hit his head, but I don't really think that's what happened. But he said his best friend is Eren, so I don't really know what's going on there. It's kind of confusing. And then Rainer finally tries to take the Titan down, and this is something I'm almost certain on. Like, I threw those theories out with Annie and Pixis, but I'm almost certain on this one. The female Titan killed Rainer. We all saw it. The female Titan killed Rainer in this episode. He was in her hand, and she crushed him, and there was blood. Armin was shocked. Jean was shocked. And then he comes out, cuts her hand, and you see steam coming out of her hand, and you see steam coming out of his body. When Eren came out of the Titan form for the first time, there was steam everywhere. The Colossal Titan can shoot out steam from its body. I think that pretty much confirms that Rainer is a Titan too. And that's very interesting that when you think about what when you think about what Erwin said, he was whispering in Eren's ear about something like who's the real enemy, or it was something like that. Who's the real threat? But it's the humans. And that's something we have to think about. Where are these Titans coming from? And why do humans have the ability to transform into Titans? And how many of them can actually do it? Because as far as we know, Eren's father injected him with something that made him turn into a Titan. So maybe other characters will gain this ability later too. I also liked how earlier in this episode, Armin thinks about how strong Mikasa and Levi are, and is it Levi, right, or is it Levi? Yeah, it's Levi. And he was like saying that it's gonna be hard for the other people to take down this Armored Titan because it possesses intelligence, and only really strong people could take him down, like Mikasa and Levi. But that's pretty much it. I thought this episode was awesome. This review is super long. I don't even know who's going to watch this. Comments are off because I don't want anyone spoiling this for me. I was really tempted to read the manga. Like, I think it was yesterday, or it was not yesterday. It was either last week's episode or something before that. But this episode really tempted me to read the manga. But there's only a few more episodes. Yeah, I think it's just going to be 25 episodes. So 25 or 26. So I'm pretty sure I can wait. But this is definitely a series I would buy right as soon as it comes out. I don't care if the volumes are $10. I think manga's kind of expensive, but I would buy this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my review. I'm glad if you watched the whole thing. If you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, if you also want to see some of my previous videos, I already talked about the videos in this video. So, thanks for watching, and later.